A beautiful afternoon for a fist fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the and here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska. Vasilii Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it. And there's the bell to start the round. What a cross right on the chin. Miss with that jab. Nice counter. Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Todd, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
One punch could change an upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
That right hook won't score. For the final 10 seconds of the round, stumbling around in...
2, 3, 4.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Both men knocked down in that round. They ring the bell, and here we go. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't, do you believe what we are seeing? He's back up, but is he just delaying the inevitable?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
Nope, that hook won't score. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. talk about Crawford in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That jab doesn't score. Don't want to trade shots. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
God, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Lucky that hook didn't score.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. And this with that jab. There's a counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They both want the knockout. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
And he scores with the counter. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
What a nightmare scenario! Very close round with 10 seconds to go. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Solid punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Can't land the jab there. They exchange punches. Swing and a miss with the hook. Good counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your...
Uh-oh. Lomachenko just got rocked. No one would have blamed him if he didn't get up, but here we go again, and this could get ugly.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most.
Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Lucky that hook didn't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That counter shot lands. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown was going to be huge.
To make or break a fighter.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back. And there's the bell to start the round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Oh, my goodness, so that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Good punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Defense failed them. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And here he comes, finally waking up from that nap.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal. Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. They threw the hook, it didn't land. Misses with the jab. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. This may do it! It's all coming to an end! Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until the senses have come back.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
Jab does not score. He misses with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Beautiful counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Tried to score with that hook, but what a massive upset this would be.
One, two, three, four, five.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
They ring the bell, and here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Just misses right uppercut. They're both trying for a knockout. These two are the perfect dance partners. This fight has a real good flow to it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters... So time to go celebrate after another knockout win here.
A knockout victory, that's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.